Hello, and welcome to another Vanguard Zero video. My name is TCGeo, and today we're going to be going over a deck list and gameplay for Kagero. Kagero decks are mainly about retiring your opponent's rear guards, and that's what we're going for today. We start off with our Grade Zero, which is probably one of the best Grade Zeros in the entire game right now, Lizard Soldier Conroe. When rode upon, moves to a rear guard just like most other Forerunners, but this is what makes him special. You counterblast one and retire it to add any grade 1 or less card from your deck to your hand. The reason this is so good is because Sentinels are grade 1. So as soon as you have 1 damage, you're immediately able to search for your Sentinel. Our Sentinel is Wizard Guard Barry. He does the same thing all of the Sentinels do. When your Vanguard would be hit and activation conditions are met, so basically when either you're about to lose or you're going to take more than 1 damage that would put you at 5 damage, you perfect guard and the attack does not hit. That's really good, and most decks, all decks really, should always be playing 4 Sentinels, and that's what we have here. Our next grade 1 is Demonic Dragon Mage Kimnara. This effect is actually useful for 2 reasons. Mainly, what it says, counterblast 1, and you put it into your soul to retire one of your opponent's grade 1 rear guards. Very simple effect. And we want to retire their units. But the second reason this is so good is that it goes into your soul, which is going to be really useful for some of our grade 3s that I'll explain later. After that, we have Embodiment of Armor Bar, which is just a generic 8k no effect monster. We play 4 of those because 8Ks tend to be pretty good. And for our final grade 1, we're playing Dragonic Demon Madonna Jaka. I don't know how to pronounce it. But when your opponent's rear guard is retired by a card effect, this unit gains plus 3000 until the end of the turn. So with effects like Kimnara, when you retire something, this gets stronger. As this is a grade 1, it can boost your rear guards to up at least 10,000, sometimes 13,000 depending on how many units you retired. So it's actually pretty good. We're playing 3 of them. We're not playing 4 because a lot of times just having the 8k tends to be better because you're not dependent on retiring. It's just generic good 8k. Moving on to the grade 2s, we have Berserk Dragon. When placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you counterblast 2 to retire one of your opponent's grade 2 or less rear guards. Again, following the same theme, you want to retire their cards. This one is especially good because you can retire their intercepts before they get to use them. After that, we have our generic 10k intercept, Dragon Knight Nehalem. We're also using Chain Attack Sutherland. When your opponent's rear guard is retired by a card effect, this unit gains 3000 until the end of the turn. Just like Joka. In fact, a pretty good column is having him up front and Joka in the back, because when you set those 2 up and you retire 1 unit, you're gaining 3 on each, so that's extra 6000 power on your entire column. After that, we're also using Flame Edge Dragon. When this unit attack hits, Soul Charge 1. Not really that big a deal until you realize that some of our grade 3s are going to really want cards in their soul, and that's going to come up soon. And to round up our grade 2s, we have Wyvern Strike Tejas. This unit can attack a unit in your opponent's back row. Very simple effect, and the reason we play this is mainly for the mirror match. I talked about how good Conroe is. In the mirror match, you want to be able to take out their Conroes before they can pop it. So by using him, you play him on the same column, on the same row, and even if it's in the back, you can take out the Conroe before he has a chance to use it to search for his Sentinel. He has other uses too, but that's the main reason that we're playing him. And now for the big boys, the grade 3s. Starting off with Blazing Flare Dragon. When your opponent's rear guard is retired by a card effect, this unit gains plus 3000 power. That's the exact same thing as Chain Attack Sutherland and Joka. So altogether you have 3 units that get more powerful when you retire your opponent's units. What makes this one special is that he has a way to retire your opponent's units built in. Soul Blast 4 to retire one of your opponent's rear guards. And that's no limitation. Any rear guard, even if it's a grade 3, no matter what column it's in, row it's in, it's going to be destroyed. And that's why we want Flame Edge Dragon. Flame Edge Dragon helps to charge up the soul for him, and so does Kimnara. Kimnara goes into the soul when you retire a grade 1. Between that, Flame Edge, and another card that we have, you can easily get cards into your soul to pull off this effect. One of the best combos I have is when you use Kimnara to put it into the soul, retire a grade 1, and that Kimnara becomes your 4th soul, so you can activate his effect to retire another unit. Now, any of your units that have this first effect are gaining an extra 6,000 power for the turn. We're also playing 2 Seal Dragon Blockade. This is one of the best grade 3s currently in the game, because it allows you to ignore an entire game mechanic. All of your opponent's units lose intercept. That's pretty nuts. Your opponent plays intercepts to help guard their Vanguard. With this thing out, they can't use them to guard their Vanguard. They just sit there, and your Vanguard is their Vanguard. Is completely unprotected. It's pretty useful when you have your rear guard columns that are making a lot of power together, especially any of those that gain power when you retire units. After that, we're using Dragon Monk Goku. When his effect only works when he's the Vanguard. When your draft check reveals a grade 3, retire one of your opponent's grade 1 or less rear guards. So by using this, you can just attack, and anytime you get a trigger, you're also taking out a rear guard. And when you take out a rear guard, your power gainers are going to get even stronger. So using him to attack first and try to retire some of the grade 1s is usually a pretty good idea, because then your other guys will get stronger for it. We are playing 4 Dual Axe Arc Dragon, and we don't really want to use him as our Vanguard at any time. We want him in the rear guard, which is why we also made him our heal trigger. He's a card that when you have him in your opening hand, you're going to send back. During your turn, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, this unit gets plus 3,000 power. Again, the less units they have, the stronger you get. In this case, you don't need to retire anything, they just have to have 2 or less. So what's so good about this one is that it's just generically going to be 1,300. And if your opponent has, let's say, an 11k Vanguard like Dragonic Overlord or Asura Kaiser, they get hit twice, they're going to be sitting at 21. Well, your 13 plus one of these bars is going to make it 21. So even if they gained all that extra power, you are still going to hit them and do that extra damage. You could also use it with Joka, because with it, it's 2,000 for most other Vanguards. Or if you do retire something, it'll be 23,000. Again, enough power to get that extra hit in. And our final grade 3 is Vortex Dragon. When he's the Vanguard, at the start of your main phase, you soul charge 1, and this unit gets plus 2,000 until the end of the turn, which is helpful for Blazing Flare Dragon. Not a card you really want to use too much, because besides that, he doesn't really do anything else in the Vanguard circle. But what he does come with is a really good Mega Blast. Soul Blast 6 and Counter Blast 4, you retire 3 of your opponent's rear guards. No limitation. You can use this to seal up games and basically take the win, because not only are you retiring 3 units, but all of your units that gain power when your opponent's units are retired are going to gain up to 9,000 each. You can make some pretty huge columns with that. A lot of times you're not going to be able to pull this off because you want to use your counter blasts for stuff like Kimnara and stuff like Berserk Dragon. But whenever you can pull him off, it is a game changer. That's why we're only playing 2. And that rounds up the deck. Now, side note, there are no Dragonic Overlords in this deck. And the reason, I didn't pull any. Yeah, I've opened tons of packs and have pulled 0 Dragonic Overlords. But that's okay. Next season, Dragonic Overlord is the rank up reward, and I am going to go heavily into that. But even without Dragonic Overlord, this deck still did manage to get me all the way to Legend 52. So I'm going to show it off now, and hopefully you guys enjoy. I did forget to mention real quick the triggers. Figure that's kind of important. We have 4 heals, everything else is a draw. I want to draw into my Sentinels as soon as possible, and since I have stuff that's going to retire itself to, like these 2 guys, I want to make sure that I keep the board full, especially with my intercepts. Because between drawing to get a lot of Sentinels and drawing to play down more intercepts, I'm going to be pretty well protected. I was thinking about adding a few criticals, but criticals seem to be less strong in this game, since your opponent can use their Sentinels after the drive checks. Anyways, that covers the triggers. Now, back to games. We're playing a mirror match. Gotta see what kind of deck they're focused. I'm assuming they have overlords. Remember, I don't have any. You can see all the cards that I'm using in the deck list over there. They placed the Conroe. Normally it'd be a decision on whether I want to do a damage or not, because then he'd be able to use Conroe. But since I don't have Tejas in my hand to begin with, and I didn't draw it, I'm just going to go ahead and attack. If I had Tejas, I might decide not to attack, and then next turn, when I can go to grade 2, just swing into it. I don't know if I'm going to get Tejas or not. I'm not going to slow down my own game. Go here with Bar. And move my Conroe back. Honestly, they might also be playing a Tejas, so if they have it, good for them. If they don't, good for us. Let's see if we can start things off. And it's gonna happen no matter what. It's a little bit of luck they get their heal trigger now when it's useless, because they won't heal anything. No! I said them! So, we got our heal trigger now when it's useless because we don't have any damage. And we didn't need the attack boost either, so that's unfortunate. And they get a drop. That's not a great start. But that's okay. Luck is part of the game. Just gotta work with it. And that's it for my turn. No matter what deck you play, the first few turns are usually kind of slow. Really, once you get to grade 3, that things really start going. Now, fingers crossed that they don't have a Tejas. If they do, that's horrible for us. No Tejas, no Tejas. Oh, he's gonna pop Connie and search for Barry. There it is. Okay. That makes Conroe so good. No Tejas. Alright, if he had it, he would have played it there. But he's just gonna do a lot. This placement, no matter what I hit, he's definitely doing 2 damage. Luckily, no trigger. And Moment of Truth. Even if we don't get anything, it's just the beginning of the game. It's not going to hurt us. There we go. Done. Simple. Everything I need is in my hand right now. I feel good. Alright, here comes damage number 2. Maybe we can get a heal that won't be wasted. That'd be nice. Ah, another damage. Okay. With that, we're down 2-1, but it's early. Game's barely started. Now I don't need a Tejas, it doesn't really do anything. But I draw a Conroe. I drew a Barry. I'm going to use Conroe to search for the third berry. First... no. If I play my Berserk Dragon and use the skill, then I don't get to use Conroe. So instead I'm going to go with... just going to use my chain attack supplement. Keep this one on the back so it's got a nice 10k body protecting my Vanguard. First, take care of this. Hop Connie to get Barry. And with that we have 3 Sentinels in hand. That's a pretty good start. It means later in the game we're going to be very protected. So what I can do, play this down. I think I will. I'm gonna use this to take away some of his rearguard options. And get a card in control maybe for later. So I'll get rid of his bar. And it comes with an attack boost that we really don't need. Like the extra 3,000 is not going to make a difference right now. And that's it. Now we battle. Rear guard. Go. And do 1 damage. And feel free to get that heal trigger. Maybe. I don't mind if you get a heal trigger, because it's going to do nothing. That's the only trigger I'll allow. Or crit. Or scans. Anything that's not a draw. So we get nothing. Big surprise. Okay, that's good. No trigger is better than him getting a draw trigger. A little slower than me. And it's Vortex Dragon. Alright. So he's going to be attacking me with a constant 12k, so that's always going to go through. As long as there's no interception. Now I gotta watch out for that Mega Blast. That's it. How about that? 13,000. Even if he didn't have the boost, he was gonna take this out, but that's not too bad. What the? Something go wrong? Maybe he meant to play some other cards before going. Who knows? And another draw trigger. It would be great if we could hit some of our triggers. Come on. Give me a draw. Or a heal. Any trigger, because those are the only 2 I play. I hate the time you have to wait. Hey, there we go. Heal trigger, the power does nothing, but the damage reduction, that really helps. 2, we still can't use Berserk Dragon. We can use him to attack, but I don't want to waste him. And that's not great. Okay, thank you. Laggy. I'll have to reset it after this game, maybe. So nice. Okay, nothing set up. You know what? I'm just gonna battle with what I got. And leave that alone and hit him for a damage, which won't be a heal. Now I could get another heal. I still have 2 left. Heal? Not doing great on triggers. Apparently neither is he though. I mean, he's gotten 2 draws, I think. One and two. Yeah, 2 draws. Isn't terrible. We've gotten 1 heal. I would like to get some draws because I need to start refilling my hand to get an offense going. Right now, my hand is almost entirely defense. Charge phase, so he does full charge 1 more card. Wasn't anything important, was it? And still no intercepts. It's a field of grade 3s. I don't want the heal trigger now. No help. I want it now. Now it's huge. Again, draws would also be any triggers. Come on. Any triggers for me. The game does tend to be a little on the slow side. That's alright. Good news though is this guy is not going to do anything. On the positive side, we've only seen 2 grade 3s, so there's still 11 of them here. 11 of the 23 cards left in the deck are grade 3s. Wait, no, there's one in this card. That's right, we got an early here, so 10. 10 of the cards and the 22 left are grade 3. Finally got Tejas, but he's no use, and he's not much use either. It's grade 2 or less rear guard only. So we're just going to use Tejas and boost them so we can take one of these out. Click, there we go. I don't know letting me click. Actually, you know what? We might just go for damage. We might leave these guys alone, because from the looks of it, his hand might be full of grade 3s. If so, may the spirit of Morikawa be with him. There it is, great. Got one of our grade 3s, draw trigger. Move the power over here, so now we definitely can attack him again. Even if he gets a trigger, we'll be able to hit him with 2,000. And not going to the bottom sucks, but we still have 3 in our hand. Now's the only time I'll allow a heal. No trigger. It's fine too. Now, even if he had intercepts, blockade would ignore that, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and do this 5th damage. Fingers crossed, no triggers, especially not a heal. What's that put him at? Yeah, I can check over here. 5 draws, 1 heal. But he still has 7 triggers left. We've only hit 4 of our triggers. But the game, that's in public knowledge. We also have 1 in our hand, so that makes 5. So with that, we have 8 left. Now, when you're playing, you don't want to have to depend on triggers. But they are a huge help when they do come up. And I think he just soul charged the heal trigger. He did. Oh, that's great news for us. Here's the Mega Blast. Luckily only for 2 units, but this is gonna hurt. He's definitely gonna make us use one of our Sentinels. And draw trigger. Hey! Gotta will it into existence, and I didn't want to draw that. Okay. Another draw trigger? Actually, no, we have to wait till see if he even hits us. He's not going to hit us now. No triggers at all. Good. So that doesn't go through, but this is unavoidable. That's 26. We're sitting at 20. we're going to use one of our Sentinels. This is why the Sentinels are nice. Out of the hand and protected. There's always a delay with the Sentinels. Doesn't matter if it's on your side or on the opponent's side. Every time you attack, if the power doesn't drop to 0 in like the first 2 seconds, there's a Sentinel in the hand. I don't know why there's that delay, but it's there. We can make this work, actually. Skip. What we have here is not enough soul yet, but we have Archdragon, who's going to become a 13 real soon. We'll play this down our Joka in the back. It was Joka, right? I tend to forget names. Yes. And now we can play our Berserk Drag. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Now we can play our Berserk Dragon. I'm going to use it to take out his Joka. The real gain here is this is going to make this a big column. It's going to be 2,300. Now we're going to hit him with this. If we get a trigger, we'll put it on Berserk Dragon and take out one of his rear guards. But first we're going to try to hit him. Even better, if we do get a trigger, we can force more Sentinels out of his hand. We know he has at least one thanks to his Conroe. That's one Conroe. Crash checks first, draw trigger, and perfect. Now we can force pretty much all of his Sentinels out. Get another check, but we don't really need anything. A heal trigger would be nice. That's fine. As I said, we didn't really need it. We only needed one trigger to really have everything set up. It's this big column here that's going to help us. Because let's say he only has the one Sentinel. There it is. If this one hits, and he gets a heal trigger, this column is still big enough to hit over 2,000, 20,000. I can go here, force another Sentinel out if he has it. I always assume they have a lot of Sentinels. It's really the best way to play, is assume that they have Sentinels in their hand. Keep track of how many they use. Two. Now it's time to see if they have a third. Luckily, they don't have a third. Oh, apparently not. I should have called final turn. No heal, no heal, no heal, no heal, no heal. Done. Game. Camera. Now we're going to use Kimnara to take out his grade 1, and both of these are going to get powered up. All three of these are going to get powered up. $13, $10, $10. And since we're at 4 soul, we get to use his ability to take out another one, the Nehalim, and all of them gain another 3,000. This is what I love about this deck, when you have everything increasing. Activate skill, take out Nehalim. And another 3,000. And another 3,000. Takes a while. I don't know why it takes so long, but it does take a while for all of them to gain it. And now the last 3,000. And look at that. Look at all the power we have here. And in fact, with this, it might go up to 21. Yes. Yes, we do need to play it down. Because if he hits a trigger off this, we want to still be able to attack and make him use his Sentinels. Anything else? Yep, we're good. Alright, battle phase. I was just double checking, make sure I got everything right. So, Joka, right up there. And it wasn't even a trigger, we didn't have to worry. We were gonna hit anyway. That's a 24 column. This is a 23 column. It makes no difference. So, Vanguard first. And all this while ignoring his intercept. That's gonna use his. Yeah, it didn't give me the animation, so he has a Sentinel in hand. And we didn't hit a trigger. I'm kind of hoping we'd hit a heal. No. 4, 5. Never mind, I don't want to heal. I'm glad I didn't hit a heal. I thought I was at 5 damage. There's the Sentinel. And now what's good is, if the last card in his hand is another Sentinel, he's got nothing to counter with. If it's not a Sentinel, this might be game. So let's see. End it now. Fingers crossed. It wasn't Sentinel. It took too long. Have you used any heal triggers? Let me see. He has used 2 heals. I didn't notice when he used the stand. Close, close. What did he do? Oh, he attacked and hit a critical. Okay, and nothing. So that attack's not gonna hit. My Sentinel. There it goes. And now he's gonna hit me for 1 damage, which I'm okay with. My opponent has been disconnected. Did he quit? Did I hit a draw trigger? No. Okay. And, that hits. He's at 5 damage. He's already used 2 heals. So, yeah. We're gonna move this back. Put this up here. It's gonna go all in. And for fun, oh, why does it take so long? Come on. Final turn! I love saying it. Actually, this is an 18, that's a 17, that's a 16. It makes no difference. We're going Vanguard first. We're gonna get the animation, the drive checks. Oh, and a heal. But even if it's a heal trigger, when you now have a column that'll hit him. Now he needs to hit 2 heals back to back to survive. Let's give it to you. Yeah, both our columns can hit him at 21. And no heal. There we go. Easy. Blockade basically let us keep attacking and running through it. With Grand Blue, you want units in your drop zone. Nightshade does that for you. Ruin Shade, sorry. Ruin Shade, when it attacks, put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop zone, and it gets plus 2,000. So it becomes an 11k attacker. And Chappie's just going to send whatever he wants to the graveyard. That's really good. So he has another Samurai Spirit, so he's going straight to grade 3 now. He's grade 3 with 11,000 power permanently and an extra 3,000 during his turn. That's a pretty nuts start for Grand Blue. Oh, and since the Samurai Spirit in his soul. Samurai? No, Knight Spirit. Since the Knight Spirit is in his soul, any other copies, even in the rear guard circles, will have that extra 3,000. Okay, draw trigger. Ooh, I don't want to draw my grade 3s. And actually, we're at 8, so hopefully we don't get another draw trigger. Yeah. That's some good cards. So what do I get? A heal trigger too? No, nothing. Luckily it stops at 2 damage. This doesn't have enough power to hit me. Now the real question. Do I pop my Conroe now? Or do I go with Berserk Dragon? And Grand Blue doesn't have any units that destroy rear guards. So this will stay safe here. I think I am going to try to limit his options. Okay. We'll go with Tejas. Tejas can attack back here. Then we'll play down Berserk Dragon. Berserk Dragon will take out his Night Mist. And we'll play something else down for this. Because this has enough power to kill the Rearguard Exceed. But I still have to also try to damage this thing in some way. With that said, I should have played this first. You know what? Actually, we're not even going to give him a damage. We're going to limit his resources and continue from there. Right? Right. Wrong. I need to give him some damage. I need to get this game going. So we're gonna do this. Alright. Battle. Alright. Tejas will take out his Ghosty. And then we'll get some good card advantage in. No trigger. This is actually a really tough game. The other Grand Blue game was a little easier, but this is seeming tougher. We'll take out the Rearguard Exceed. And then we'll just go for 1 damage. We could have tried to see how much damage we could do, but honestly, we can't. We already checked our triggers. So here we go. Oh no, it didn't matter. I could have. Because if he didn't hit a trigger, I could have still hit. I still prefer my play. What I already did. Because now he has less options to attack with, and he'd have to commit more to the field. Well, what you got now? I really don't think he's gonna ride anything. That Exceed is really nice right now. Oh, Night Mist. Oh, 2 Night Mists. That's rough. This guy, if there's already a Captain Night Mist in the drop zone, it's plus 3,000 on his turn. And we kind of put a Night Mist in there. Well, if we hadn't done it, he would have done it somehow. I can deal with just 1 damage. Alright. You don't play criticals, do you? Those are draws. Those are heals. I haven't seen any other units. I don't know what other grade 3 he's plays. That's a miss. It doesn't really matter if he hits or misses. I don't care. As long as it's not a crit. Stands. Actually, that's also a problem. Now I need a trigger. Heal. I'm taking more damage. You know what? I still want to heal. Heal. Right here. Put that here. Oh. That's okay. We'll get this anyway. These Night Mists are going to die, but they'll probably come back, because with a counterblast he can bring himself back. I don't need any more Tejas. See, what can we do? Well, for starters, I can ride this. But wait, no. I need something. I'm gonna go with Vortex Dragon. Try to start charging up some soul for later. Don't charge my heal triggers. Okay. Oh, that's not any better. Alright, that's fine. We'll just take out a Night Mist. And we'll see what else we can do. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I'll take out Night Mist with him. Is that what I want to do? No. No, this is a 16 column. This is only 14, so I'm going to use these guys to take them out. That way, if I attack and he doesn't get a trigger, I can still hit him again. There we go. So, how about some of those heals I've been asking for? I'm gonna stop calling it because it's not coming up. See? We hit a draw. And that's it. We've hit one trigger this game, I think. Oh, but he didn't get one, so I can actually hit him. And 16. Perfect. Now he's just got his Spirit Exceed and 3 cards to work with. What you gonna do? I have 2 intercepts and a sentinel, and I can still take 1 more damage. So I'm surviving this turn no matter what. And with the 1 damage I'll take, I am popping the Conroe. Okay. That means he's using Night Mist, destroying that dragon. Call it to the rear guard, it comes back with 11, and it unlocks, or unrestrains the Stormride Ghost Ship. Those Baskerts are stands, so he can still keep more going if he gets one. What do you get? No to Chappie. Okay. No triggers. So I'm only taking the 1 damage, that's fine. I'm gonna use that 1 damage to pop Conroe, and hopefully I'll get something good. Hey! There we go. Heal trigger, and the 1 damage I need to pop Conroe. And that puts us in a much better spot. And we drew another grade 3. I can still make it work. Alright, skip. Yeah. What went into the soul? I didn't notice. Nothing too important. Alright, so now I'm finally popping Conroe to search for Barry. Pop Connie, search Barry. Took a few turns, but we got there. All of my damage is face down, so I can't use that effect. Go to battle. Take out Night Mist. I'll see you again later. After that, we'll take out the ship, because we don't have an option. And now, maybe I'll get some more heals? How many heals have I used? Just one. I still have 3 more heals. Let's go. Heal trigger. First check. No. Second check? I'll take it on the second. I don't mind. I'm not picky. You know, I don't think I'm... Why do I keep drawing them? That's fine. So that'll be 4 damage for him. No draw trigger. In fact, get your stand trigger. That's also good. That's also good. So now he has 2 cards to work with. And he'll be able to do 1 damage, but that's okay. Because we're only at 4. Waiting for him to do something. Must be a tough choice, actually. If he has a grade 1, then chances are I won't be strong enough to take out everything. He doesn't even need to attack my rear guards. They're all grade 3s. He can just plan it out to go straight for the Vanguard. Something tells me I'm going to be alright. Yes, there he goes. So that's his vanilla 10k, and that's it. Okay. He decided he didn't want to play down anything else. The last card in his hand is probably the Sentinel. Okay. So he's just taking out Goku with a gunshot. And now he'll attack my Vanguard for 1 damage. Well, I guess if he wanted to take a chance, he could instead take out my rear guard, but I wouldn't do that. There it is. Okay. Oh, that would have been okay if he ran out of time, but that's not showcasing the deck very well. Sentinel to the bottom. Good information. Sentinel to the bottom. Sentinel here. No Sentinels in the soul, and no Sentinels in his drop zone. Oh. Alright, so even less chances that that's a Sentinel. We already know where 3 are, but I'm still going to play like it is. Let's go. Okay. So I didn't want to draw my heal, but this does give me a 3k column. Not 3k, a 21k column. He's gaining 3,000. That's what it is. I don't like seeing that draw trigger go. So, by playing this here, even if he gets a trigger, I'll still be able to hit him. Then I need some more help. No matter what, I have to take this out, so there's no point in playing this, right? Right. Battle. We have to take out his intercept first. And once that's gone, we're gonna see if this is his Sentinel or not. Go Vortex. Triggers are not needed, but a heal is very appreciated. A heal right now. There we go. About time. About time I called it right, I mean. So now we're definitely safe next turn, too. And no trigger, so all this extra power didn't matter, but I'm so glad I have it. Gonna hit him with 26. So, is that your Sentinel? Yes, it is. It's taking too long. Whenever there's that bit of lag, or stall, or whatever, it's pretty much guarantees that it's the Sentinel. He only has one more card to work with. We are in a very safe spot right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm calling it, this is our game. I guess that's not a bad one to get. Yeah. It didn't matter what he got if he was going to sacrifice this for Night Mist. That's a good play. It gives him an intercept, an extra little bit of defense. And he's just going for it. One damage. That definitely seals it up for us. Because he's gonna have to attack one of the rear guards, unless he's gonna try to get two. He's gonna try to get two triggers. A small part of me that's rooting for him. This first one. Can he get the second one? No. I was actually kind of rooting for him. I wanted to see the double trigger to get over it. I would have still guarded it with my Sentinel, but it would have been fun to see. Okay, so this turn, we just win. Because even though he drew a card, we know that two of his Sentinels are near the bottom. One's in his damage and one is in his drop. And we got this guy to get rid of this. So if we plan it right, we can make the heal triggers not even matter. I'm going to retire this unit. Play him. Play down my bar underneath him. And I'll use his ability to take out Night Mist and gain enough power that it won't even matter if he gets a heal. How many heals does he have? He still has access to a heal. And that's it. Even if he gets his last heal, he won't win. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's charging up. Here we go. Final turn. Don't judge me, I'm a nerd. I want him to get that heal trigger. Let's go. Get that heal. Let's check. Well, I meant him this time, but I'll take it. The power over there for no reason. And second check. Probably nothing. Sentinel to the bottom, that's fine. I already called it. This is the last turn. Heal trigger. Come on, actually get it. I wouldn't mind. No, okay. That's game. I was looking a little tough at the start, though, but we managed. Okay, so that's the last game that we're gonna play. Hopefully I was able to show off what Kagero can do. It was a lot of fun, and good job to all my opponents. But yeah. If you liked that video, if you like the gameplay, the deck, or anything, and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. Leave a like if you liked the video, and I hope that that you'll be back to watch some more. I'll see you all soon, and goodbye.